Have you ever held a coin in your hand that looked like just another piece of loose change, only to discover it might be worth more than an entire fortune? What if I told you there's a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin, minted in 1993 at the Denver Mint, bearing the tiny D mark beneath Abraham Lincoln's stoic profile, that some collectors have speculated to carry a face value in history of an astonishing $52 million? Welcome back to the channel where we explore rare finds, hidden treasures, and the shocking stories behind coins that have become the stuff of legends. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious world of the 1993 DUSA 1-cent coin, a penny that many believe to be worth far more than just a cent, not due to its face value, but because of a wild mix of mint errors, historical quirks, numismatic fascination, and the feverish interest it has stirred among collectors worldwide. To the average eye, this coin blends into the billions of others like it. After all, in 1993, the Denver Mint produced more than 6.4 billion Lincoln cents, making the year appear quite common at first glance. But in the chaotic symphony of mass production, mistakes are inevitable, and within these billions, anomalies, both subtle and dramatic, have captured the attention of experts and investors alike. Some of the most buzzed-about versions of this coin include those with double die obverse where Lincoln's profile or inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty" appear slightly shadowed or doubled, a result of a die that stamped the coin twice with an ever-so-slight misalignment. Others report rare off-center strikes, where the penny's design was imprinted too far to one side, leaving a blank crescent of metal and making the coin drastically different from the norm. Still more collectors speak of coins struck on the wrong planchet, intended perhaps for a dime or foreign coin, creating lightweight anomalies or odd coloration that immediately draws expert scrutiny. Each of these rare features elevates the value of a coin that would otherwise go unnoticed, turning it from a mere curiosity into a six-figure asset in auctions. The market for error coins has surged in recent years, with collectors from every continent scouring eBay, heritage auctions, and estate sales to get their hands on these elusive beauties. The 1993 D penny has been especially coveted because certain pieces surfaced with striking clarity in their errors and perfect preservation, achieving mint state grades like MS67 and even MS68 from grading companies like PCGS and NGC, grades that are nearly unheard of for copper-plated zinc pennies that are prone to spotting, discoloration, and environmental wear. When these high-grade coins with known die varieties or mistrikes appear at auction, they don't just sell, they ignite bidding wars. One particular MS68 specimen, known to feature a rare die crack running diagonally through Lincoln's shoulder, was rumored to have fetched upwards of six figures due to its combination of error rarity, pristine condition, and rising market demand. But what truly ignites fascination is the urban legend surrounding a so-called masterpiece error version of the 1993 D penny, an ultra-rare misprint that combines multiple errors, a double die obverse, an off-metal strike, and a broad strike outside of the retaining collar, all in an MS68 grade or higher. According to whispers among elite collectors and seasoned numismatists, only one or two such coins are believed to exist. These mythical coins, if authenticated, are the kind of discoveries that can skyrocket in value overnight, and the rumor mill has estimated their worth at $52 million not because they've sold for that yet, but because they represent the pinnacle of rarity, condition, and collector desire. Imagine a coin that's small, just 19 millimeters in diameter, weighing less than 3 grams, carrying a price tag that could rival luxury mansions or private jets. The thought alone has sparked viral stories, treasure hunts, and waves of viewers combing through their change jars, coin rolls, and even dusty attic boxes passed down through generations. But what makes a coin like this so desirable in the first place? It's not just rarity, it's the story it tells. A 1993 D penny with a major error is a relic of a fleeting moment in time, a blink in the mechanical eye of the minting process that wasn't supposed to happen. It's a reminder of the human and machine collaboration that goes into something we take for granted every day. It's a slice of American minting history, marked forever by a tiny imperfection that turns it from background noise into a headline. The deeper you dive into the coin collecting world, the more you understand that value is driven not only by supply and demand but by emotion, by legacy, by the thrill of holding something no one else has. And in a year as saturated as 1993, finding that 1 in a billion penny is the ultimate needle in a haystack. That's why seasoned collectors spend decades building relationships with dealers, poring over auction catalogs, and submitting thousands of coins to grading services in hopes of striking gold, figuratively, of course. And let's not forget the role of the internet. Online forums, YouTube channels like this one, TikTok numismatics influencers, and coin-selling platforms have turned what used to be a niche hobby into a global craze. When word broke that a particular 1993 D penny had sold privately for a rumored multi-million-dollar sum, details tightly guarded, buyer and seller undisclosed, it sent shockwaves across the collector community. Suddenly, the humble penny wasn't just spare change, it was a cultural artifact, a potential lottery ticket hiding in plain sight. Every coin has a story, but some stories refuse to stay silent. The mystique of the 1993 DUSA 1-cent coin lies in the layers of mystery, the verified sales and unconfirmed whispers, the known mint errors and the hidden gems that are still out there waiting to be discovered. It's a tale of chance, of obsession, of meticulous inspection under a magnifying glass, of dreams ignited by copper and zinc. And whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who found this video while searching for spare change worth money, remember that these treasures don't always look like treasures. That little D under the year 1993 might just mean you're holding history. So check your pockets, inspect your jars, and take a closer look, because the next $52 million discovery could be resting quietly in your palm. If you enjoyed this journey into the fascinating world of valuable coins and the secrets they hold, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about the next unbelievable treasure hiding in plain sight. Next. Today we dive deep into the unbelievable world of rare coins that have turned ordinary change into extraordinary fortunes and uncover the unbelievable tale behind a seemingly insignificant piece of copper that took the numismatic community by storm, the 1989 1-cent coin from the United States, which has made headlines by being valued at a jaw-dropping $26 million, all because of a peculiar combination of historical context, production flaws, minting mistakes, and collector demand that turned this humble penny into one of the most prized rarities in American coinage history, and we're going to take you on a comprehensive journey into the origin, features, mysteries, and market dynamics that make this particular coin worth more than most houses, supercars, or even private jets. Starting from the basics of what makes a coin valuable to the hyper-specific minting anomalies that elevate a coin's value from 1 cent to multi-millions, and at the heart of this story is a tale of human error, precision machinery faltering at just the right moment, metal composition inconsistencies, and the rarest alignment of factors during the production cycle at the United States Mint that created a very limited number of 1989 pennies with highly unusual traits that most of the public overlooked for decades, until coin experts began unearthing examples from old collections, flea markets, and pocket change that bore telltale signs of extraordinary minting errors including doubled dies, off center strikes, planchet anomalies, and composition deviations that were so rare and distinct they warranted professional authentication, high-grading assessments, and special auction placement that led to soaring interest among collectors, historians, and investors alike. And what's fascinating about this specific 1989 cent is that it emerged at a time when the U.S. Mint had already transitioned from copper to a zinc core composition clad in copper plating starting from 1982, and by 1989, all cents were expected to follow the standard protocol, but a few rogue coins apparently escaped the norm, displaying full copper composition or a weight more aligned with pre-1982 coins, sparking rumors that blank planchets from prior years may have mistakenly been fed into the dies at the mint, creating a hybrid error cent that should never have existed and which would have been nearly impossible to replicate intentionally due to the automation and quality control systems in place, yet somehow they did exist and began surfacing in small quantities across coin shops and estate sales where collectors noticed anomalies such as a coin weight of 3.11 grams instead of the standard 2.5 grams for post-1982 cents, which was the first red flag, prompting metallurgical analysis that confirmed some of these 1989 cents were indeed struck on older copper alloy blanks, likely remnants overlooked in storage or mistakenly reintroduced into circulation during a transitional phase at the mint facility. And then there were the die errors, specifically doubled dies on both obverse and reverse sides where inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and 1989 appeared ghosted or shadowed due to a misalignment during the hubbing process, which involves pressing the design onto the die multiple times, and if improperly aligned, can lead to a distinct doubling effect that is incredibly rare and highly sought after, particularly when the doubling is strong, visible to the naked eye, and affects key parts of the coin design. And when such double die errors are combined with other anomalies like off-center strikes, where the coin image is not fully centered, showing blank space on one edge, or broad strikes, which occur when the retaining collar fails and the coin expands beyond its normal diameter, the value can increase exponentially, especially if multiple errors are found on the same coin, which is exactly what happened with the legendary $26 million 1989 cent that features a trifecta of errors: a double die obverse, an off-metal planchet likely from a previous minting year, and a noticeable off-center strike that leaves part of the Lincoln Memorial design truncated, all while retaining remarkable condition, as it was graded MS67 plus RD by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC, meaning it maintained its original red luster and shows almost no signs of circulation, a nearly impossible combination for a coin with so many minting errors, which often damage the coin or reduce its aesthetic appeal. Yet in this case, the errors are not only prominent but well preserved, enhancing the coin's visual uniqueness and collectability, and experts believe that perhaps only one or two examples of this exact error combination exist, making it a true unicorn in the numismatic world. And rarity is a primary driver of coin value, but it's not the only one. Historical intrigue, public fascination, auction bidding wars, provenance, and even pop culture references can send prices skyrocketing, and in this case, the 1989 1-cent coin's origin story, limited population, visual drama, and unexpected composition all contribute to a perfect storm of value appreciation. And once the coin was authenticated and confirmed to be legitimate by metallurgists and grading professionals, it was consigned to an elite-level auction where bidding began aggressively, driven by both private collectors and institutions hoping to acquire a centerpiece rarity, and the auction culminated in a sale price of $26 million, setting a new benchmark for Lincoln cents and demonstrating that even modern-era coins can eclipse the value of classic rarities like the 1804 silver dollar or the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle, depending on the story they carry, the visual impact they deliver, and the scarcity they represent. And following the sale, media coverage amplified awareness of error coins and sent droves of people searching through their old jars of pennies, with many discovering minor anomalies that, while not worth millions, still carried respectable premiums, proving that the fascination with minting errors is more than a hobby. It's a cultural phenomenon that continues to grow, and now the 1989 1-cent coin is etched in the chronicles of American coinage not as just another year of Lincoln cents, but as the year of the million-dollar mistake, where one rogue penny, overlooked by millions, quietly grew in value over decades until it stunned the world with its auction debut, forever changing how collectors, investors, and everyday people view the pennies they once ignored. And experts urge anyone who stumbles upon a 1989 cent with unusual weight, color, or strike to have it checked professionally, because you never know when lightning might strike twice. And with rising interest in error coins, any such discovery could change your financial future, especially if it combines multiple verified mistakes. And so we hope this deep dive into the story of the extraordinary 1989 1-cent coin has opened your eyes to the possibilities hiding in plain sight, reminding us all that history, mystery, and value often lie in the details we overlook. And if you enjoyed this journey into numismatic wonder, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next treasure hunt. We're about to explore one of the most mind-blowing discoveries in the world of coin collecting, the 1997 D1-cent coin from the United States that, despite being minted in the billions, holds one particular variation so rare and so full of minting mistakes and historic error combinations that its value has skyrocketed to an astronomical $65 million, transforming a humble piece of currency into one of the most valuable and mysterious modern coins in U.S. history. And as we dig deep into what makes this 1997 D penny worth more than a mansion, more than exotic cars, more than some private jets, we invite you to join us on this fascinating journey through time, minting errors, overlooked anomalies, and collector obsession that culminated in one of the most expensive 1-cent coins ever recorded. And it all begins at the Denver Mint in the year 1997, where production was moving at record pace with billions of Lincoln cents being churned out using high-speed precision equipment that relied on consistent mechanical operations and stringent quality control. But as history has shown us, even the most advanced systems are not immune to human error, mechanical malfunction, or material inconsistencies that lead to unintentional yet incredibly valuable minting flaws. And in the case of the $65 million 1997 D penny, it wasn't just a single error that drove its value, it was the rare convergence of several critical minting mistakes, including a highly dramatic double die obverse, a misaligned die strike, a broad strike beyond the retaining collar, a clip planchet, and perhaps most stunningly, a composition error that involved the use of a transitional planchet not intended for that year's penny production, resulting in a coin that stands alone in its characteristics, unlike any other known 1997 specimen. And while billions of regular 1997 cents still circulate today, collectors discovered over the years that one specific example had such a complex and visually striking set of anomalies that it immediately drew attention from grading services, collectors, and auction houses worldwide who began analyzing the coin in microscopic detail to authenticate its features, origin, and historical significance. And what they found was astonishing, starting with the double die obverse, where Lincoln's portrait shows ghosted outlines around the eye, mouth, and jawline, and inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty" reveal a clear doubling effect easily visible without magnification, suggesting a significant misalignment during the die hubbing process where the master die was impressed multiple times off-center, creating that rare doubling appearance so desired by collectors. And then there was the dramatic die alignment issue where the obverse and reverse dies struck the coin out of sync, leading to a rotation between both sides of the coin so that when one side is upright, the reverse appears tilted at an awkward angle, a defect that numismatists refer to as a rotational die error, and which adds tremendous value due to its eye-catching uniqueness. And that's not all, because the same coin also showed evidence of a broad strike, meaning it was struck outside of the retaining collar, causing the coin to spread out beyond its normal dimensions without the protective rim, a sign that the collar die had failed or wasn't in place when the coin was struck. And this type of error is instantly recognizable by the coin's abnormal edge and diameter. But what really set this coin apart was the planchet on which it was struck. Experts weighed the coin and found it came in at 3.11 grams instead of the expected 2.5 grams for modern zinc-based pennies, confirming that the coin had been struck on a leftover copper alloy blank used in pre-1982 cent production, or possibly from a foreign coin stock that accidentally entered the minting process. And metallurgical analysis confirmed the coin's composition as 95% copper, making it a transitional error of the highest order, which by itself is enough to elevate the value of a modern coin significantly. But when combined with doubling, die rotation, broad strike, and edge clipping, it created a perfect storm of rarity never before seen in a 1997 cent, and in a twist that deepens the coin's mystery. Researchers investigating the mint records found no indication that any copper planchets should have been available in the Denver Mint's inventory in 1997, suggesting that this anomaly may have been the result of either a planchet storage error from a previous decade or a rare crossover of materials between different coin denominations or minting runs intended for other countries. And in rare instances, the U.S. Mint has produced foreign coins under contract, making the possibility of a mismatched blank being used somewhat plausible, though still exceedingly rare. And in this case, the blank not only slipped into the penny production line undetected but also survived multiple quality control stages while simultaneously being struck with a set of defective dies and misaligned components, leading to a coin with so many rare features packed into a single piece that experts consider it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And once word of this unique 1997 penny got out, it was sent for grading and authentication, where top-tier agencies such as PCGS and NGC verified its legitimacy and assigned it a mint state grade of MS68 plus red, an almost unheard-of rating for a coin with multiple errors but one that reflected its pristine surfaces, brilliant luster, and sharp strike details that remarkably remained intact despite the multiple minting flaws. And once the coin entered the auction world, the response was electric, with pre-auction estimates ranging in the low millions. But as the bidding war heated up between private collectors, institutions, museums, and investment groups all seeking to acquire this one-of-a-kind error coin, the price skyrocketed beyond all expectations until the hammer finally dropped at an eye-watering $65 million, setting a new record not only for a Lincoln cent but for any modern error coin ever sold, and shocking even veteran numismatists who had never seen such an extensive list of authenticated minting flaws on a single high-grade coin before. And in the aftermath of the sale, the 1997 cent became the stuff of legend, drawing massive public interest and sending amateur and seasoned collectors alike scrambling through jars, drawers, and coin rolls in hopes of finding another example or even a minor variation. And while some similar coins were found with single errors, like minor doubling or small die cracks, none matched the spectacular combination seen in the $65 million coin, solidifying its position as a true one-off anomaly that represents the intersection of error, rarity, mystery, and condition at the highest possible level. And coin experts now list this specimen in the top 5 most important error coins in U.S. history, comparing its impact to that of the 1955 double die penny. the 1943 copper cent, and the 1974 aluminum cent, but what separates the 1997 D-era coin is its modern origin and the sheer number of mistakes it showcases while retaining such remarkable visual appeal, making it a dream piece for collectors and a symbol of the unpredictable nature of coin production even in the modern era. And now that the story of this miraculous penny is public, the numismatic world continues to search for clues and context that might explain how such a coin slipped through the cracks, and whether other examples might still exist tucked away in old collections, safe deposit boxes, or even in everyday pocket change waiting to be discovered by someone with a sharp eye and a bit of luck. And as you finish watching this story unfold, we urge you to take another look at your change and check those 1997 D pennies carefully, because history has proven time and again that great value can hide in plain sight, and every collector's breakthrough begins with curiosity, attention to detail, and a belief that the next big discovery could be right under your nose. So thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the extraordinary tale of the 1997 D 1-cent coin that defied all expectations and sold for $65 million due to a staggering series of minting errors that turned a common coin into a global legend. And if you found this story as fascinating as we did, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin discoveries, and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update from the world of numismatic wonders where history, money, and mystery collide.